Hey everyone, it's Eva, and you guys have known that I've gone through quite a journey when it comes to acne, pimples, it's whatever you want to call it, and it's really not pretty, and I've had it for years. I'd say since grade 8, and right now I just graduated university, so quite a long time that I've suffered from this. I've also tried everything from eating healthier, exercising, sleeping a lot more, being less stressed, topical things, taking nutrients in, just a wide variety of things I've tried, but no results. Thanks to Accutane or Epuris. I don't know how to say it, so for this whole video I'm just going to be referring to Accutane as Epuris, so in case you guys are wondering, it's not technically Accutane, it's whatever this is. I just don't like saying it because I feel like I'm butchering the word. Alright, so let's just start with how I even got onto it. First off, I've tried many topical things and taking vitamins, nothing really helped. There are some topical things that did help me back in the day, but whenever I went to travel, it just totally ignored it, and it just inflamed my face completely, and it was just terrible. Like when I went to New York and Paris, it was so bad. I didn't even want to look in the mirror. I don't even have pictures of before pictures of that because it was so bad. And it just kept coming back in waves. It was like a tease. It was like, oh, your face is clearing up. No. Oh, maybe it's clearing up today. Oh, maybe it's gone. Maybe these products work. No. It was quite the tease. It was quite stressful too. So anyways, I decided to go to the doctor and ask to see if he could do anything about it, get something topical or some other vitamins that I haven't tried before. And he was basically like, this stuff isn't gonna help you. Your face is quite serious. You need to think about taking Accutane or something. And I was like, wow, I didn't think it was that serious, but alright then. So he referred me to a dermatologist, and the dermatologist was just like, yeah, you definitely need Accutane. So I was like, didn't know my face was like that bad, but alright. And so upon further research and looking deeply into all the side effects, all the reviews, everything, I decided to take Accutane. If you look up online, there are quite a few side effects to it that a lot of people have gone through, from dried lips, cracked lips, bleeding lips, dry skin, rashes, eczema. There's some like kidney and liver stuff that's involved in it, so it is quite a serious drug. However, the one thing that I've noticed between all of the reviews that I've read and all the information that I've read that really made me want to go on it was the fact that everyone was like, it's bad, the whole treatment is not so great, but it was totally worth it in the end because their skin after was just phenomenal, and they were like, I'm so thankful that I went on it even though it was so rough. And after going on Accutane, I totally understand it now. I didn't have that many bad side effects. I was really lucky that I didn't have to go through so many difficulties, but I don't regret it at all. If you have severe acne, I would recommend that you look into this for sure. See if it works out for your health, ask your doctor, take some blood tests, make sure that you're perfectly fine with taking it, nothing serious is gonna happen, and just consider it. It's literally a lifesaver. I'm so happy with my skin now. I feel so much more confident about going out. It's just amazing. It's the most amazing thing that's ever happened to my life. Alright, so I have a piece of paper here with all the doses that I took and the whole term, and I'm gonna just give you like a little rundown of how it was and everything. So I have been on Accutane for 7 months. The first month was the trial month, which was 40 milligrams. And then after that, there wasn't really much of a difference in my skin when I took it, and the dermatologist was just like, I'm gonna bump it up a little bit for you. So she gave me 60 milligrams instead for 2 months, and these 2 months were quite rough, I have to say. These months were so rough for me. They were so bad. Because first off, when I first took it for the very first time, I was so prepared to like have all these bad side effects, so I fully lotioned everything with a thick layer of lotion, layers and layers of chapstick on before taking the first pill. But, you know, I didn't really experience many side effects, so I was like, actually, it doesn't feel much difference at all. Nothing was really that dry until she bumped up the prescription. Basically, anywhere on my face with acne dried out so much. You could literally just like this and it would flake. Even if you put moisturizer and everything, it was still really dry, and you couldn't put makeup on top of it at all. And even if you did, after a few hours, it would just look like reptile skin and just gross. Literally anywhere with acne, that's what your face is gonna look like, and unfortunately for me, that was my whole face. I even remember this one time, there was this lab that I had to do for school, and it was being marked and everything. I was like, alright, I'm gonna go to school. school, which is quite far, quite the commute, and do this thing and just leave, alright? So I go to the washroom once I get to school, I looked at my face and it was terrible. It just looked like such pure reptile. It was just shedding everywhere. I didn't even write the lab. I was like, screw these marks, like there's no way. It looked so bad. So that kind of puts into perspective for you guys how self-conscious I was about my acne and just how much the dry skin kind of just affected it. But I have to say, at the end of the 2 months where she bumped up my prescription to 60 milligrams, I think it's more so like it's only bad when you're trying to get rid of the initial acne, because after that, for the other months, there wasn't really like that much popping up at all. Like they were like 1, 2, 3 popping up every so often. They were quite big still, but it wasn't too much of an issue. For example, if I used like acne topical medicine, it would just go away in a few days, I guess. But yeah, after the initial acne went away, I had a few more months left. I had 4 months left, and over time the acne that did pop up, it did start to shrink more and more. The size of it went from this to like really teeny tiny, like it literally goes away in like 1 or 2 days. And then eventually for the last 2 months, I don't even think I had to be on it, but I guess it was so that, you know, your system gets used to this or builds an immunity so it doesn't come and backlash you again with the acne. I didn't really get that many side effects. If anything, throughout the whole journey, my lips were extremely chapped, and it was like drugs to me. I've never actually taken drugs like that, but I mean, I remember once in a while after I took Accutane one time with my friend to go shopping for my trip to Texas, and like I forgot to bring chapstick. So the whole time I'm like, I need chapstick. I literally thought I felt like I was going to just go crazy if I didn't get any chapstick. I was looking for any type of cheap chapstick anywhere, lip gloss, anything. It was so bad. I really needed chapstick. Your lips just felt like, I don't know, it just felt like you were really thirsty. Your lips did. So that was probably the worst side effect. Other than that, I didn't really get any nosebleeds. I got 1. Actually, no, I got 3 in total. One of them was just random, but it was at home, so it wasn't a big deal. The other 2 were probably from picking my nose, and I guess because it's dry, it kind of triggered it. Because usually, you know, if you pick your nose and stuff, it doesn't really bleed when you do it. But, I mean, it probably wouldn't have happened if I didn't do that, and if I blew my nose instead. There were also some dry patches on my skin, but they weren't really serious or anything. They went away right after I stopped taking the pill, like my last dosage. And I usually got right over here on the bottoms of my foot, close to my ankle. And just, I would say just don't try and itch it. It did get a little bumpy, but I mean, it went away instantly right after I stopped taking the pill. So overall, for the Accutane that I took, there weren't really that many bad side effects. Like, it really wasn't as bad as the reviews, but it just might be the way my body reacted to it. Because obviously everybody's body reacts to things differently, especially when it comes to birth control. And Accutane is really like birth control, to be honest. And you actually have to take birth control with Accutane, I believe. Just because if you get pregnant with it, there's a high chance of birth defects, so they kind of just want to make sure you don't, you know, get pregnant with it. Which would also explain all the blood tests that they make you take every single month, just to make sure you're not pregnant, and for about other levels and whatever they check for these blood tests. Alright, so let's talk about after you finish Accutane. I believe it's been about 2 or 3 months since I've been off of it. I do still get pimples, yes. I don't think it's supposed to get rid of pimples completely forever, but they're super tiny. They go away in 3 days, maybe the longest, and compared to before, if I got a pimple, it would not go away for weeks. Take that in, multiple weeks before that pimple goes away, and during that time like more pop up, and it was terrible. But now it's so much more relaxed. On my face right now, all I literally have is moisturizer, some primer, and then just some face powder. Before, I couldn't go out without heavy duty BB cream, or sometimes I'd have to layer it on. I would never go out without makeup. Now I'm willing to, and I'm honestly so happy about going on Accutane because my confidence levels just went from like to like all the way up here. So if you guys are wondering, yes, you do get pimples afterwards. Maybe it's just me because, you know, hereditary, but it's not that serious. It's not as bad as it used to be. It's not that stressing. I just put on some pimple cream and it goes away. Pimple cream actually works now, by the way, if you guys haven't noticed from what I've been saying. It actually works now. Before it didn't. So yeah, I think that's about everything that I wanted to cover, which is basically what it is, how I got on it, the process, how long I've been on it, and post. So I guess if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll also be making a blog post with more details. Just remember that I'm not a professional, I'm not a doctor, so obviously some questions I don't feel comfortable about answering, or I just don't feel like I have enough expertise to. So always, if you have any questions that I can't answer or I don't feel comfortable, just always consult either your doctor or, I'm gonna loosely say Google because not everything on the internet is true. Other than that, yeah, I would recommend Accutane if you have some serious acne issues, and it's serious. Even though there are some rough months that you have to go through, it's totally worth it in the end. Oh, it's so much better. Alright, so I'm gonna see you guys later, and yeah, bye!